सत श्री अकाल पाजी।
सत श्री अकाल पाजी।
कैसे
की गल है?
कैसे है सर?
बस आपकी दुआ है पाजी।
अरे ग्रेट,
आपकी दुआ है, ऊपर वाले की दुआ है। वो बोलते हैं ना कि जब भी हम आपसे मिलते हैं हमें एक नई ऊर्जा मिल जाती है।
क्या
तो
बात है
बस हम उस अगले घड़ी का इंतज़ार करते रहते हैं कि जब हम आपसे मिले
सर? मस्त।
और कहे कि सत श्री अकाल पाजी।
क्या बात है सर? गुड 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 सर।
और आप कैसे, सुनाइए आपका कैसे चल रहा है, हाल चाल कैसा है?
Sir, I think the last we met was on such a recording event. I
Yes.
think it was back in Lal Bagh.
It was way back, I think. Probably almost,
December
I think it's
24.
around last year itself.
How the year went, December 24 went up. I think
That was the topic,
the year
yes.
2024, how it went and
We-
study, we did one.
We summoned that up. We
Yeah.
summed that up actually.
We
sorry.
summed it
We
up.
summed it up and yes, that was
That's how we ended the
the last
previous
year, yes.
And I think even this year, every year we can do that. We can
Why
take
not?
up some topics that we interested us in particular,
Absolutely.
and which might be of interest to our audience also. Our
Absolutely.
subscribers, brothers.
In fact, yes, every such meeting always generates some sort of a curiosity, some sort of an energy. So I think we should also do a podcast on probably how both of us met itself.
Yes.
So I think
Definitely.
our friends will be very eager to note that.
Correct.
So like how I could meet, the
Yes.
the man himself. So yes, it's always been a privilege. Yes.
Good, sir.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to surprise you with something today, something that is very close to your heart.
Oh, wonderful!
But,
I'm already
before-
surprised.
More.
Yes.
So today, like of course, 40 साल से हम दोस्त रहे, उससे ऊपर भी शायद।
वो हमारे लिए इस जिंदगी में सबसे बड़ी उपलब्धि है।
अरे हमारे भी सब।
ये अगर मैं आपको बताना चाहूँ कि मेरे ज़िंदगी में 2 उपलब्धियाँ क्या है, तो मेरा पहला उपलब्धि होगा कि जिन माता पिता ने मुझे जन्म दिया है, उन जैसे माता पिता को प्राप्त करना मेरी ज़िंदगी के पहले उपलब्धि है। और उसके बाद दूसरी उपलब्धि है आप जैसे दोस्त को पाना।
थैंक यू सर।
ये तो मेरे लिए बस ऊपर वाले का प्रसाद है, समझ लीजिए, बस और कुछ नहीं।
So I thought I'll surprise you today
प्लीज़।
in a small but pleasant way. Hopefully it works.
अरे वाह
कुछ चीज़ लाया मैं, अभी मैं आपको पेश करूँगा
वाह
और
हम
देखते हैं how it goes.
हम उतावले हैं देखने के लिए।
Yes. Not only one, I bought a few,
अरे वाह,
but let's see how it goes. I want to get your reaction.
ज़रूर
And
डेफिनेटली क्यों नहीं।
yes, मैं आपको
हम भी काफ़ी दिनों से इंतज़ार कर रहे थे कि आपके साथ कभी अगला मुलाकात होगा,
yes.
तो दैट्स वेरी नाइस। कुछ स्पेशलिटी स्पेशल।
Yes. Something really special,
वाह
which
मस्त।
I think you will definitely
क्यों नहीं।
hear.
अरे द घोस्ट वॉक्स।
Yes.
अरे सर, ये मेरे पास शब्द नहीं है सर। ये सचमुच मैं अपने दोस्तों को दिखाना चाहता हूँ। दोस्तों, ये एक ऐसी मुख्य चीज़ है जिसे पकड़ते हुए मैं जवान हुआ था। और ये जो आप यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं फैंटम, उन लोगों को सुन के, उन लोगों को जान के, उन लोगों के बारे में पढ़ के, शायद वो इमेजिनरी भी हो, लेकिन मुझे उस इमेजिनेशन में जाने का जो मौका मिला मेरे बचपन में, तो ऐसे ही पुस्तकों से मिला। और शायद मैं आज कहना चाहता हूँ सर, ये मेरी ज़िंदगी की तीसरी उपलब्धि। और कुछ बहुत शुक्रिया। ये
Yes,
तो
yes,
मेरे
sir.
लिए क्या पता, मैं क्या बताऊँ इसके बारे में।
No, actually, I remember you're a very big fan of not only Indrajal Comics you're a fan of,
Yes.
and all the characters coming in that, first
Yes,
point.
yes.
And secondly, I very vividly remember one thing. You're a subscriber of this.
I used
and
to.
it used to come to your house in post or whatever.
It used to come in
And
newspapers
you had a
actually.
collection of like maybe 500 comics, 500 different, the series that comes volumes.
Absolutely.
You had a huge collection, and I think before you vacated that apartment, I think you gave it away.
I had to unfortunately give it away because by the time I could really bring it, these comics were destroyed due to various reasons, because of atmosphere and insects moving around and all those things. But even if I had to preserve it, unfortunately I was not aware of how things are going to be here. So I had to do away with this prized possession. But I always knew.
That is what I knew because you are very passionate.
Yes.
And आपका लाइक जैसे आप अपना जिगर का टुकड़ा बेच रहे हैं,
जरूर सर,
शायद आपने उसका अलविदा किया होगा
जरूर जरूर।
बट मैं आपको एक चीज बताना चाहता हूँ अभी।
बताइए।
Of course, it's gonna stop now. Nobody cares about it or whatever. At least Amar Chitra Katha is having a little bit of traction, thanks to their relentless pursuit or perseverance, let's say, and their focus on mythology, Hindu mythology, which is this is about adventure.
Yes, of course.
And I think you have been into this even from Pune days, right?
Almost from my childhood days. I would say that these were my first love books after my school books.
Right.
Because this would relax me to no end. Whenever there was a tough situation or mentally a challenging situation, I would always get into these books and I would desperately wait for these to arrive.
I know. You used to, you used to keep telling me that I'm waiting for it, the next one to come. And you used to, I think, at the first shot of getting it in your hand, you used to finish in one sitting. You should, I think, you would read it and complete it.
Definitely.
That used to be the case.
And this, I would give up my life and blood for accumulating these.
Yes. So one trivial, I just want to give you one trivial update on this.
Yes.
Aajkal na, one such copy, it goes for $500.
Really?
Yes. How much you would have paid? $8, 8 or $10.
Then it was only around 3 or 4 rupees.
3 or 4 rupees you would have started.
Yes.
But today that same copy, it sells nothing less than $500. And believe it or not, it has a collectible value.
Okay.
And even among this series, some of them are highly collectible. And they go into tens of thousands of rupees, one copy.
That's fabulous.
Maybe you didn't know this.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that it sells for 500 rupees.
Yes. It
which
has a huge fan following. And this is the kind of pricing that is there for this.
Wonderful. It's worth it.
This
It's
what you're
definitely
holding
worth.
in your hand might be costing around $500.
I really don't know how to thank you for this.
Because I just wanted to say how our some few things which we relished in our childhood days, how it has morphed into something of value today.
And this, I don't know how to say, but this brings back the childhood in me every moment.
Yes.
If
That is the magic I wanted to bring, surprise you today with.
Yes, if I look at Narda, if I look at Phantom,
Yes.
and if I look at Phantom's favorite falcon called Fraka.
Yeah, of course.
So
yes.
all these things, they are something, and the Jade Hut.
Yes, the Jade Hut, absolutely.
So these things are something which you feel that you are a part of it.
Yes.
When you read these books.
Yes.
And one is Phantom, and the other one used to be Lothar, Matthias, Mandrake,
correct.
Bahadur.
Yes.
And really it was a gem, and thank you again for this.
Yes, sir, and because it is a collectible, nowadays it comes in cover like this, plastic cover.
Oh, wonderful.
So you can keep it in this and...
Oh, this I think I'll...
This, of course, is for you. Not me, it's for you only.
No. I mean, this, I value the cover more than the book itself.
Correct.
Because it will help me preserve such a priceless possession.
Yes.
So
it's a little bit, bringing back a little bit of nostalgia.
No, absolutely. And thank you so much for this cover also.
Sir.
बहुत अच्छा रहा.
Yes. The next one which I want to surprise you is the same line.
Yes.
But let's see if you get surprised.
Yes. Wow!
Mandrake.
How far is Xanadu from here?
Anybody is there.
No, really, I think this is just an extension. I think this is.
ये टेप लगा है.
अच्छा मैं खोलता हूँ. No problem. आज मुझे इस बुक का उद्घाटन करने का सौभाग्य जो मिल रहा है दोस्तों, इसके पीछे जो खुशी है वो शायद आप महसूस नहीं कर पाएंगे, वो मैं महसूस कर पा रहा हूँ, क्योंकि ये वो चीज़ें हैं जो मेरे बचपन से जुड़ी हुई हैं. ये मैंड्रिक के बारे में है, जैसे मैंने पिछले बार आपको फैंटम के बारे में बताया था. तो ये वो बुक्स हैं जिसकी कीमत तो लगाई नहीं जा सकती दोस्तों. It is just like those priceless textbooks and guides and notebooks which we were used to since childhood, and we can really give anything for reaccumulating this. So thanks again, sir, for this.
Welcome, sir.
Yes.
Welcome.
It's a fabulous thing.
So another of your favorite characters,
Yes. Mandrake.
He was my favorite also.
Mandrake, Lothar.
Yeah, I like
Narda.
magic. You know, the magic somehow was very appealing to me as a child.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mandrake also appealed a lot. And
Very
the
good.
assistant, no, that it gives you that Jungle Book feel, or let's say, Gods was crazy.
Yes, yes. Very much, very
One
much.
of your most favorite movies.
Yes.
We'll talk about that one day.
There are certain things which are so close to your heart, then
Yes.
time cannot take it away from you, sir.
Correct.
Whether it is movies, books,
Yes.
people,
Correct.
those are some priceless positions which you should be lucky to have it.
Yes.
Yes, I'll hold it. I think you would have had to make a lot of effort to source these books, I think, sir. आपको काफ़ी काम करना
बहुत
पड़ा
पड़ा।
होगा। हाँ, लेकिन आप मेरे लिए ढूंढ के लाए तो शायद मैं क्या करूँ।
आपका अभी एक तीसरा हीरो निकलने वाला है।
राइट।
देखते हैं क्या होता है।
अरे बहादुर,
यस।
क्या बात है सर, क्या बात है। वाह 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 वाह, सुभान अल्लाह। बहादुर, बेला,
यस।
हिमालयन शीप डॉग, चामिया।
चमिया, करेक्ट।
देखिए, इसके ऊपर मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ सर,
अरे
यानी ये
पूछिए
बुक
सर।
के पीछे नहीं, एक जनरल सवाल।
यस।
इतने साल हो गए सर मैं इन बुक्स को देखे, और मैं अपने मुंह से अपनी बढ़ाई नहीं कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि वो मुझे आता भी नहीं है,
अरे सर।
लेकिन फिर भी अगर मैं कह सकूँ, इन बुक्स के बारे में जो आपने बुक्स प्रदान किए और
Yes.
मैंने उसके बारे में जैसे जिक्र किया कि आपने फैंटम कहा तो मैंने कहा नारदा, जेड हट एंड ऑल, तो आपको मेरी उस याददाश्त के बारे में क्या लगता है?
No, very pleasant memories. And generally as a child, when you go through these works of art, I would say, I
Yes.
won't call it a comic.
Yes.
It's a work of art nonetheless.
Yes.
And it instills some kind of a value and ethics, I mean morality in you,
Absolutely.
which carries on with your life till your very end.
Yes. Yes.
Certain कुछ उसूल जो होते हैं ना, जो
Yes.
इससे आप खींच लेते हैं,
Yes.
जैसे आप चाइल्डहुड में जब पढ़ते होंगे तभी आपने कुछ इम्बाइब किया होगा ना, वो
Yes.
सब आप आज भी वर्क। देखिए आपके आंख में जो वो चमक जो उठा है ना इसे देख के, उससे मेरे को अंदाजा होता है आप
नहीं,
how you are
सचमुच।
feeling,
नहीं,
what
सचमुच,
is
सर।
the value of this, how you are valuing this, these
सचमुच सर,
moments
मेरा
and this
it's actually I would say it's a very emotional moment for me to receive these books again,
yes.
and really I don't know how to express my gratitude, because
I've been wanting to do this since more than 3 years.
right,
Ever since COVID lockdown was lifted, I wanted to somehow, because I had this with me from since then.
right,
I had got hold of this and I had kept it.
right.
But today is the day.
No, absolutely, today is a beautiful
Today is
day.
the day when it happened after almost 3 years.
No, absolutely.
wait.
It actually it is, some things like this, it's really required, because in today's lifestyle where we are staying, there is absolutely no opportunity to get back to our childhood, and even if it is there, it's very rare, very very
Correct,
rare, because I have seen our own people trying to look at you in different perspectives, and we looking at our own people in different perspectives. For examples, our own brothers and sisters, or whatever it is, during the childhood we would look at them in a different way, and now once they have their own family, they are married and all,
Correct.
probably suddenly you start feeling that, are you talking to one of the senior most member in your family or something?
Correct.
Automatic, I don't know why, but I may be wrong, but maybe that is my mental state of mind. Though everybody is close and all those things, they are all the same in one way or the other. Somehow that feeling develops in you.
Correct.
So, but these sort of prized possessions, this will never give you that feeling.
Yes.
This says, yes, then I was the same, today I am the same, and in the future also I will be the
Correct.
same.
Very true.
So I think this is really good. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, sir. Let's see how much more I can surprise you.
Please, I don't know today whether my ability to get surprised is going to so it is going to take everything out of me.
One more rare character I want to bring in front of you. Coming up.
Right.
I'm not too familiar with this character, but
Right.
maybe you are.
Right.
Maybe you are.
I remember this. Is this Flash Garden or something? No.
No, it's not Flash Gordon. I don't know actually who this is, but
Okay. I have seen, but unfortunately I don't recollect who this is. But I have read one or two books of his as well.
okay.
But quite an intriguing book, sir. In
Yeah,
fact,
so intriguing. Yeah, very much.
very, very intriguing book. I think probably this is a good opportunity for me to reunite with this particular
Character, huh?
character, yes.
Okay.
Because as I remember, Flash Gordon was one, but this I'm not truly sure.
Okay.
Yes. But of course, any such character is a character of a lifetime.
Correct.
So-
Correct. One more. Mandrake. No, we'll pick it up. Yeah.
Claws of the Treasury. Wow. Beautiful. And one more thing was the way they would design and define these comics then.
Yes.
You see now, for example, this. The Claws of Treasury, yes. But in what way Mandrake was able to overcome this? And then what sort of a message he actually gave it to people like us to know. The way they have drew this and all those things was absolutely fabulous.
Correct.
Yes.
This is one from 1983. I think it was here sometime when you were starting your journey with
Yes.
Phantom.
Yes. The conspirators web.
This one is again from 1984, probably one from Bahadur, Golden.
Treasure in the Ruins.
I don't know whether you remember this.
I don't remember the title as such.
Okay.
But basically there were a couple of things like when Phantom was concerned, the ghost who walks, and basically his time with Narada and the
Correct.
beach and all those things, the Jade Hut, beach of Kilavi, if I can remember.
Correct.
And he also had a horse as well as
Yeah. Horse also.
yeah.
Correct.
So those things are very fresh in the mind. But yes, of course, these titles, I think probably we can try to make a film on this also. But we will not be as successful as Phantom or anything. But
Oh yes, sir. As
Maybe-
long as we are able to get hold of Indrajal publication and see whether they can give us a copyright for it.
yeah, yeah, that is the biggest thing, which is a hurdle.
Yes.
But probably we can take some ideas out of this. And since, of course, since both of us are also exploring possibilities into the short film world and trying to create something which is unique for people,
Correct.
and which moves them away from the the fake world and brings them back to the real world.
Correct. Yes.
Probably some ideas from this.
Oh yeah.
I think
of
it
course.
could really be helpful for us.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Next, I would like to surprise you with the Phantom only.
Right.
2 comics are here,
Wonderful.
which are worth thousands of rupees. Sorry, not to give you this thing.
No.
But what is special with this is,
Okay.
see, this is published in the year 1950.
That was way before.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Oh
So these are
God.
really old issues.
Wonderful.
So
Really
probably
super.
this is how comic looked back in the day. It's a very, very well preserved copy.
Okay.
So it's worth a lot of money. But you know, it's not like the colorful.
Yes, here.
This kind of opening. The cover page was not so flashy. It was just a plain thing with Phantom written and one. And inside it's also not colored, black and white.
It is black and white.
It's
Wonderful.
like the black and white era of comic, equivalent to the black and white era of movies.
Yes, and what this actually also tells us,
This way.
what it actually tells us also is, if you get back into some sort of a film where you have your reality right now, and then we have to get your flashback or something like that,
Yes.
where it's in a negative shade, a
Correct.
negative film shade, I would say.
Correct.
So this gives us a little bit of return back into those days also.
Correct.
So absolutely, it's
So
wonderful.
even the cartooning, the sketching is also minimal if you see.
Yes.
Like Phantom doesn't, they have not shown his chest coming out and all that stuff.
Yes,
Pretty
yes.
plain, two-dimensional.
Yes.
It's more two-dimensional compared to the later versions which are 2.5-dimensional.
Absolutely.
You have a
Absolutely.
little bit of shading and more shadow play and all that stuff.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So this is something which is very priced.
This is absolutely
Must
fabulous.
have kind of collection.
Absolutely. And the titles which they used to keep those days,
Yes.
like The Mysterious Passenger.
Correct. It creates an intrigue.
Absolutely. There is, I think there is a saying which goes that the best way to digest reality is to dwell into the past, but not again come back to the reality very fast. Try to analyze what the past was and try to find out whether this reality is fit that past or not.
Correct.
So that is how you actually see that.
Yes.
And yes, this was really good.
Yeah, this is something very special.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. A special thanks for you.
Correct, sir. And last I wanted to
Yes.
present you again couple of comics.
Yes.
But these are special for a very different reason.
Okay.
Very different reason. Now, right now I'll give it to you.
Okay.
You yourself wouldn't have known it.
Okay.
I'm very pretty sure that you wouldn't have known it.
Okay.
So here it is.
Oh.
Can you believe that there is a Kannada edition of this Phantom?
Oh, sir. Wow. So I think probably this sums up two things in me.
Yes.
One is my fanfare and me being a fan of comic, and me being a true Kannadiga also.
Alright, definitely, sir.
So I think
Now, probably nobody knows that Kannada. Even I didn't know actually till I came across this.
fantastic.
That Kannada version existed of a Phantom and Mandrake, because we always associate superheroes with the Western world, no?
Yes.
Liberal world. We don't see it. I mean, for us, Rama and Krishna are the superheroes, not Mandrake or Phantom. So Kannada version you wouldn't have known, right?
Absolutely.
Right now, I think only you're knowing.
I am more than being surprised. I am proud now actually to say that
course,
these
of
sort of
course.
comics have
Yes.
come out in Kannada version.
Absolutely. The moment I saw it, I was very delighted.
ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳೋಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಈ ಥರ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಹುಡುಕಿದ್ರೂ ಈ ಥರ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಲೆ ಕಟ್ಟೋಕ್ಕಾಗದೇ ಇರೋ ಥರ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ ಇದು. ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಥರ ಕಾಮಿಕ್ಸು, ಇಂದ್ರಜಾಲ್ ಕಾಮಿಕ್ಸು, ಫ್ಯಾಂಟಮು, ಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ರೇಕು, ಈ ಥರ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ಅವ್ರು ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿನೇ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರು, ಕಾಲ್ಪನಿಕವಾಗಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರು, ಒಂದು 30-40-50 ವರ್ಷ ಆದಮೇಲೂ ನಮಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೀ ಓದೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಅದನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸೋಕೆ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಂಥರ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ನಾವು ಇದು ಒಂದು ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದೇ ಥರ ಕಾಮಿಕ್ಗಳು, ಬುಕ್ಸು ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಂದರೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಲೇ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳಬಲ್ಲೆ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೇನಾದರೂ ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ಓದಿಸಿ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಆದರೂ ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ಓದಿಸಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಕಥೆಗಳು ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಓದಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಸತಿ ಓದಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅನುಭವ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಈ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಗೇಮ್ಸು ಅದು ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ 1000 ಪಟ್ಟು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಓದಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಥ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಈ ಅನುಭವ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಓದಿ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸುವರ್ಣ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಓದಿ ಬಿಡಬೇಡಿ, ಹುಡುಕಿ, ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ತುಂಬ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್.
ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಸರ್, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್. ಭಾಳ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್,
ಅದು ಒಂದು ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಪಡೋಂಥ ವಿಷಯನೇ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇನಂದರೆ ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭ, ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ನೀವು ನನಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಏನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರು ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಕನ್ನಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಭಾಷೆ ಅದು, ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು ನಾವು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಆದರೂ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬುಕ್ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಅಂದರೆ, ನನಗೆ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಬಂದಿರೋದು, ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಬಂತು ಅದು ಹೇಳಿದೆ.
ನನಗೂ ಅದೇ ಅನುಭವ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಈ ಥರ ಕಾಮಿಕ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ
86, 87ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಇವೆರಡು. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಿಮಗೊಂದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಗೆ ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದು ಇದನ್ನು.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೃದಯಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನು ಹೇಳೋಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಇದೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೇ ಥರ ಯಾವುದೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರು ಸಿಗ್ಬೋದು. ಆ ಥರ ಈ ಥರ ಆನಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಮೊಬೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಏನೋ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆದರೆ ಓದ್ತೀರಾ, ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಕ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಬಟ್ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಈ ಬುಕ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿ ಇದರ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಕಾಪಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓದಿದ್ರೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಆ ವಿಷಯದಿಂದ ತುಂಬ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್. ಈ ಥರ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ನೀವು ನನಗೆ.
Thank you. But I have exhausted all my gifts for you today.
I don't think my arms will take any more, sir, because these are priceless. I can't really. I couldn't have expected anything better than this.
Yes, sir. Thank 3 years of wait, but anyway, it came coming
no,
well.
I mean, yes.
But just few more follow-on questions before we conclude today's session.
We really have to conclude?
Good question. What to do? There's a manic Monday coming tomorrow.
These books will take care of Monday, sir. Don't worry.
Yes, that's the spirit. I agree.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, sir, what I was asking you, I wanted to actually just ask a few questions.
Absolutely.
Like, of course, these comics, they did influence you as a child, which is when a person or an individual has the most impressionable mind, as they say, as a child. So that is when you basically got into reading these comics and as such these comics. And I just want to ask you, how important do you think is a medium of comics today, in today's times?
It's a very good question. What we need to understand is there are many characters which have been imaginary. For example, it could be a human being who has been imaginary, or it could be some product which could have been imaginary. But if we really have to get the best out of these things, we need to really dwell deep into it. Because as I said just some time back, like you do have these things on your internet, on your mobile, which you can just scroll, and you can, if you're not happy with it, you can just move forward. But really, if you want to know how much of an impact these can, today's life, it can really deliver on you, you need to go through this. Because every title which these comics have has something to offer. For example, the mysterious passenger. So that mysterious passenger where Phantom portrayed and he solved that puzzle. The same event could happen to you in your real life. You never know. I mean, maybe some mysterious person might come and he might, try to play a fool with you, or he might try to test your patience and, the intensity and all those things. But at some stage, if you have some sort of a experience, maybe it could be even a book reading experience, that yes, there is something like this which I have come across, that will help you face the reality. So what I feel is these comics today will really impact the student in the best possible way, because it will enlarge their potential to be creative. Basically, there are a lot of ways to be creative, as people say, creative or innovative or whatever it is. But reading these books, which are about 50-60 years old, you will be a wise man to understand that creativity is not what has come up right now. It has been there since ages. Even in our epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata and all, creativity began then itself. Whatever missiles you are seeing today, whatever defense systems you are seeing today, that prevailed long time back itself. And these comics, these books are definitely worthy to keep them as a medium and try to get more enlightened. There is always a saying that you can take the horse to the pond and you cannot make it drink. But you become the horse. You go to the pond is before you. Why don't you try to drink? So that's all you need to do. And to drink, just go deep into it and you will get fresh water, spring water.
Right.
So I truly believe that these sort of publications have a lot of value, but to those who really want to get a value out of it, not for those who just want to treat this as just another, which can be just placed somewhere else and forgotten.
So you mentioned about expanding creative abilities of children.
Yes.
They are basically allowed to consume contents like these comics.
Yes.
How about personality development? Do you think it impacts personality as well?
It does. Because these characters which were there, maybe Phantom, Bahadur or Mandrake or Lothar, these characters which were there, they were also defined and designed in a certain way that they were to give some sort of a message to the reader and to a society in general. If you as a raw individual want to achieve something in life, you want to take somebody as a role model, I think probably these characters will definitely serve you as a role model in many ways. Maybe like a Mandrake, you may not be able to become a magician, or maybe you may not be able to act as he acted, but at least his thoughts, because every action is superseded by a thought. So his thoughts, you can try to imbibe those thoughts within you, and you can try to execute those thoughts in the best way which is comfortable to you. You may not be a magician, but you can really take those thoughts and try to change the society or whatever it is. I mean, you can try to make a difference, at least do that. So today's...
But sorry to interject you, sir.
Yes.
Here what happens, these Bahadur or Mandrake or Phantom, they are all protagonists fighting somebody dark character. So that is also part of the comic. So do you think the dark character also can potentially manifest in the personality of the reader? God forbid. What do you think? What's your opinion on that? Portraying, a dark character to be, somebody who needs a phantom to be, available for destroying him.
I would say that you could come across different type of people in your life, in your career. So think about Phantom as someone who has come to play a positive role in your life, and think about the other characters, like as you mentioned, the dark character, as someone whom you might encounter in your life, who unfortunately might be someone who might try to impact your life in a negative way. So even if there is a dark character played, that is an education for you through this comics, that yes, here is a man whom you may come across, or here is someone whom you may come across later in your life. So, and think about a Phantom who actually designed the ways as to how to overcome the negativity. So I would definitely take the dark character also in a positive character way itself, because he also gives us some sort of a message well in advance that yes, I am here, probably I am here to destroy you, so see if you can destroy me. At that time, if you want to destroy him, think about Phantom. So I would credit both of them in the same percentage.
So there is one thought that keeps going around, sir,
Right.
which is that when we have our own heroes like Rama and Krishna,
Right.
why do you need a Lothar or a Phantom?
Right.
Mandrake or a Phantom. What is your thought on that?
That's a real good question. Here what I would like to say is, whether it is a Rama or a Krishna or a Lothar or a Phantom, they came to your imaginary senses. Rama and Krishna, of course, till our generation we can think that it is reality, because going forward I really don't know, because they will also take Rama and Krishna in the same magnitude as Lothar and
That has
Bahadur.
already started happening.
That has started happening. So it would be really wise to think about all of these people as an educationary medium. Like yes, whenever there was evil, whenever something evil happened, or whenever there was evil which tried to go beyond the good, then good has to do something extraordinary to destroy that evil and restore faith amongst the society. So whether it is Rama or Krishna or Lothar or Phantom or Bahadur, I would always look at them as someone who has positively influenced the mind. So they were in a different generation. Rama and Krishna were in a different generation, and Mandrake and Bahadur, of course, we have seen them only in books. We have not seen them in person or anything like that. But the way they enacted themselves, presented themselves, and the way they really, the ways which they defined to destroy the evil, that is really credit worthy. So I would always take all of them in the same ground and look at them as a positive influence on mankind.
So one trivial question, sir, now.
Please.
To break the
Please,
monotony.
no problem.
Would you prefer reading a comic of Phantom or watching a movie of Phantom, cartoon movie?
Anytime I would prefer a comic of Phantom.
Reading it?
Yes.
Rather.
Because seeing a movie, no doubt, yes. Probably if I am an illiterate in English language, I have always heard that, seeing movies also helps you learn a language or improve your language and vocabulary and all. But that apart, the sense of reality which a comic gives me, a movie will not give me. Because a movie is always edited.
Yeah.
There may be many things which, according to the producer or director of the film, which may be required at the time of shooting, but not when the film is actually presented. Likewise, the comic may also offer something similar to that, but comics generally, they don't edit. They just give it a completely imaginary story which is defined by the writer, and there is no edit or anything like that. They try to convey what is required in a bare minimum time. And it also helps you improve your reading capacity. It also helps you improve your vocabulary in English or Kannada or whichever language it is in. So anytime I would prefer reading more than seeing any film.
Right, sir. So next query I had here. Marvel comics you would have heard.
Marvel I have heard.
That is Captain America, Superman, Batman,
Yes,
Spider-Man, all
yes,
those.
yes.
I mean, franchise, the American.
Yes.
They have outlived modern, onslaught of technology or attention span. That is the need. I mean, timelessness. People that they are facing today, nobody has time. But despite all these challenges, those American heroes, caricatures like Captain America or Spider-Man or Batman, they are still going strong. Whereas our man Phantom seems to have disappeared altogether. A, how do you feel about this, and B, what do you think can be done to bring Phantom back, for example, if I ask you?
The best way to bring Phantom back is conduct another interview with a person like me who really relishes these things.
Okay, good. Yeah, I agree.
That is one thing. But finding another person like me is, if not impossible, is definitely challenging.
Correct. I would agree to that. But
no,
why do you think that the American guys, the hero, superheroes continue to rule the world? Is it because of their money power, or is it because that they are better characters than Phantom, or more entertainment value, or is it because today everybody is oriented towards America? Everybody wants to become an American or go and settle down in America. What are the factors you think due to which they just continue to survive and become bigger and bigger by the day, whereas
yes,
Mandrake is gone?
Quite a good question. Here I would base the reason more on a generation gap and a cultural gap, because the name, for example, even if the character's name is Mandrake, the publications which actually brought them into forefront is Indrajal Comics, and Indrajal is more of an Asian background.
Yes.
So where Captain America,
I think Indrajal translates to magic. Actually.
Right. So where Captain America and Batman and Spider-Man and all were popular earlier days, because much before these characters were introduced into the Asian region, they were popular in their own region because of the cultural aspect. And even if we had tried to, for example, popularize Mandrake or Phantom or Bahadur, the name would have invited curiosity definitely, but somewhere they would have been exposed to the Asian culture which they wouldn't have been exposed to earlier hitherto, which I feel would have created a divided interest. If the same thing was done then, if the same comics were even published there during that time, maybe if not doing extremely well as a Captain America or a Batman or a Spider-Man or a Superman did, they would have at least tried to go parallel with them. And one more thing, what really took off in those cases were that the books were also converted to films. And the more you see is better than more you read. Of course, that's a general saying. But for some people like me, the more you read is more than you see. But if it was converted into a movie, then it was converted into a movie then, and I feel that was a plus point for people in those Western countries, that they could visualize the activities more and they could connect with it better than a book. Suppose if we had probably, and that was the reason why I said that let's try and make a film on this. Suppose we had tried to do the same thing here, maybe it would have caught the attention of people. And even today, I think probably there are not much videos on Phantom or Mandrake or
They are
Bahadur,
not, because technology was not so advanced back in the day, and production cost was very huge. So it probably the publishers of this comic, publishing this comic is much easier than making it into a movie back in the day, not today.
Right.
Today, thanks to technology and reduction in cost, huge reduction in the production cost,
Right.
Anything is possible.
Yes.
So the question I want to ask you is, do you have a hope that one of these days these characters will again be coming back into force?
Definitely. Why not? And I
not
would.
a wish, but do you hope or do you think it's possible?
It is possible. It is possible. And I would say that with me and you around, we can have the stepping stone.
Thanks, sir. But we should.
No,
correct.
because there is nothing which is impossible. All what we had a talk on this, and what all we derived out of this talk, they were all positive derivations which can be converted into a reality.
The questions in a very generic way.
Yes.
The focus of today's chat between me and you was just to really walk along with you a few
Absolutely.
steps of your childhood.
Absolutely.
That's what my aim was, which I think is already done. Achieved.
Absolutely.
So one question, sir. The
Yes.
next one.
Yes.
See, as far as I remember, majority of schools don't even have a library, and even if they have a library, do you think comics should become part of library and should become part of curriculum? To basically, as you said, since it impacts creativity and personality, do you think schools should incorporate comic as a part of their curriculum?
They should very well. They should do it, and there should be some sort of a time limit which can be set apart for reading. In the sense, like nowadays, students do go to the library and they more or less they get involved with their subject books and everything. So at the same time, but much before they do that, the teachers or whoever is going to take care of their education, they should lead the way. They should say, yes, there are some books like this which can enhance your innovative ability or a creative ability by a large extent. So when you get into the library, if you have about half an hour for yourself in the library, try to spend 15 minutes on your professional aim, and try to spend the another 15 minutes in enhancing your creative ability through these. And these are all being very rare comics. It can attract the interest of any student for that matter.
This specific set of rare Phantom, generally comics.
Yes, it can. For example, it could be Tintin, Adventures of Tintin, which is another thing which was my childhood favorite.
Okay.
So things like that.
But it was very expensive back in the day.
Extremely expensive. But the love which I had for that particular...
imported basically.
It was imported. But the love which I had for that particular comic, I never even thought about how costly it is. And it used to take me to a different planet, because mostly Tintin used to travel out of Earth and into the space with his dog and his spaceship and all those things.
Very much.
Things like that, I think it can definitely have a positive impact. It should be there in today's...
Tintin was reasonably successful as a comic series in a TV show also. They did a very good job.
Tintin, has it come as a TV show?
Yeah. Nowadays I think it's there in some OTT platform also.
Acha.
So Before closing, I want to just ask you a closing question, sir. This
I
chat.
again feel
I
that
know
it's
that you don't
such a beautiful chat and such a beautiful place.
Yes.
I feel that we should go on talking.
Correct.
But again, from a viewer's point of view, we should also,
Yes,
respect
correct.
his time,
Correct.
so that we get the maximum
Correct.
good feedback about.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
So one last question,
Yes.
which is an imaginary question, of course.
Yes. No problem.
Suppose you are given the boon of becoming phantom for 2 nights, let's say
Right.
2 nights,
Right.
one day and one night, 24 hours.
Right.
How would you change Bangalore city? What would you change about Bangalore city as phantom, as a superhero, man with superpowers for 24 hours? How is the question, by the way?
The question is really good, very tricky. But the first thing I would like to do as Phantom is to rejuvenate all the lakes in Bangalore, so that
Okay.
it comes somewhere closer to the beach of Kilavi.
Okay.
The second thing which I would like to do is have some small enclosures, I would say some small houses where you can have peace of mind more, because Bangalore is one city which has completely lost its peace of mind. Reasons are many. Something like a jade hut where you can go and meditate and think about something positive in life rather than thinking negative in life, which the city life makes you do it. Because people today in city are more negative minded than positive minded, and I would like to create some small jade huts next to the lakes.
Here and there, spread
Here,
all over the city.
all over the city. Third,
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I would like to have a beautiful companion like Narda, who can accompany me in this
Be your wise counsel.
holy affair. Yeah,
Be your wise
be
counsel.
my wise counsel. Because if people don't want to hear me or see me, at least they can hear and see Narda at least.
Correct.
And I can benefit out of that.
Yeah, better engagement.
Better engagement. And I could say even the engagement also, if it happens later,
Oh, yeah,
with Narda itself.
Yes, why not? When you are phantom, it can
Yeah, goes to works. No?
goes to walk. Yes.
And of course,
I am tempted to ask you, sir, because you are not touched upon. You have
Yeah.
only 24 hours as that avatar.
yeah.
So how would you address crime in the city, Bangalore city? How would you help? What's your thoughts? How would you contribute to controlling crime or as phantom in 24 hours?
इस बात का सवाल मैं एक गाने से देना चाहता हूँ.
अरे दीजिए सर, बखूबी दीजिए.
अंधेरी रातों में सुमसान राहों पर, अंधेरी रातों में सुमसान राहों पर, हर जुल्म मिटाने को एक मसीहा निकलता है, जिसे लोग फैंटम कहते
क्या
हैं.
बात है सर, क्या बात है. What a way to end. Fantastic. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks. And thank you to all our viewers. It was a fabulous experience today, and I hope you truly relish your time when the video comes out. And many thanks to our dear friend for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir. Thank you.